Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of DC updates for you today, but before I get into that, I have to thank my newest member of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to Calix or Calix. I'm pretty sure you're going to probably tell me how you actually say that in the comments down below. But thank you so much for joining the Ping Pong Flix members. And also to all the members as well. We will get to that 100 so I can give away. Please let me give away that Man of Steel limited edition collector's tin of the Blu-ray 3D. And thank you so much to the rest of the subscribers. Like I said, once we reach 20,000 subscribers, there will be another random prize drawing. And I still haven't figured out what I'm going to give away, but it's definitely DC merchandise. All right, let's get on with the news. The first topic of the day is that Black Lightning spinoff Painkiller gets a pilot. This is a tweet from Fandom, but the article is actually from Variety. The CW has ordered a pilot for a Black Lightning spinoff centered on the character Painkiller. The pilot will air as a planted spinoff episode during the upcoming fourth season of Black Lightning. Jordan Calloway will star in the series, reprising his role from Black Lightning. Black Lightning creator Salem Eckel will write, executive produce, and direct the pilot. Based on the characters created by DC for DC by Tony Isabella with Eddie Newell, Painkiller follows Khalil Payne Calloway, a young man ridden from the guilt of his troubled past from his former life in Freeland City. As a super-enhanced killing machine known as Painkiller, he was both a member of Tobias Whale's gang and a weapon of Agent Odell and the shadowy ASA. After attempting to bury the darker, devastatingly lethal Painkiller part of his persona, Khalil has distanced himself away from everyone he knows and loves in a new city, Akashic Valley, in order to find peace. But peace never comes easy for men with pasts like his, as his violent, destructive history crashes his idyllic new beginning. Khalil is thrust back into action with a new mission, bring justice where he once gave out punishment. But to do that, he will have to first deal with and harness his darker side. So it's great to see that these series are getting their own spin-offs. A lot of people are thinking that the CW was kind of dead, or there's not going to be anything coming out of that, which is not true. I think there's going to be a little bit more spin-offs, perhaps, from the other characters. Maybe spin-offs from Flash and so on and so forth. I mean, Superman and Lois is the spin-off from Supergirl. So there's definitely ways to expand that as well. And Black Lightning was part of the Justice League team at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths. So it does probably frees up the other characters to have their own spin-offs as well. So season is going to air season 4 on February 21 on that episode where a spin-off, and he will get his own series, Painkiller. All right, now another series that's coming out, and that is Titans season 3. I'm getting excited because there's going to be a lot of different new characters on there that you've seen the comic books, but they've never had their live action interpretation. And one of the main stories that we're probably going to finally see a live action interpretation of is the killing of Robin. So Titans' new Joker will apparently kill Jason Todd. Is that a surprise? Not really, but it's interesting to see that this will be noted. This will be shown in the Titans season 3. So this is coming from DC Verso, but essentially Daniel RPK, the scooper Daniel RPK, still reports that the third season of DC Titans will have their own version of Joker, and he will indeed kill Jason Todd, played by Curran Walters. Now, if you recall, Joker did appear in a cameo on the first season of the show in that nightmare dream, if you will. He got killed by Batman, and Robin had to go and fight Batman. But this time, Jason Todd is going to be in season 3. There's going to be a Joker. There's going to have that arc where he essentially kills him off, but he returns as Red Hood. I'm wondering how this is really going to play out, and if it's going to play out anything like the comic books. Are we going to have more Batman in it? Are they going to replace Batman with Nightwing in terms of the story? Because you have a little bit more emotional impact, I think, with Nightwing and Robin at this point. rather than Batman and Robin. At least that's how I see it in any case. They're probably really going to take liberties with the source material, absolutely, and this could be one of those as well. So let me know if you're excited to see Jason Todd live action actually getting killed by the Joker this time around. All right, now on to the movies. There is one DC movie that has yet to come out, and we're waiting for it. And it's supposed to come out next month, but there is speculation that it may get delayed again. What am I talking about? Well, Warner Brothers apparently is still deciding about Wonder Woman 1984's release. This time, this is actually coming from Variety. This is a Variety article. Warner Brothers mulls January HBO Max release or delay to summer 2021. 6 weeks before Wonder Woman 1984 is scheduled to open in theaters on Christmas, Warner Brothers execs are considering whether to push the highly anticipated superhero sequel to the summer of 2021. Summer of 2021. Or keep the movie on its December 25th theatrical debut, and then put it on HBO Max streaming service in early January, according to sources with knowledge of the plans. Is that really going to happen? I'm kind of wondering. Like, I know they said that they were going to delay it or think about delaying it next month and maybe to June. But now this is an interesting scenario on having two options, and Warner Bros. Actually mulling that over. I'm kind of wondering about that. But Grace Randolph did have something to say about this. She said this: I'm hearing that AT&T is the one pushing for HBO Max after Disney Plus numbers released today, which was ginormous. It was huge. Warner Brothers does not want it to be a streaming film. We'll see who wins. Again, decision imminent. So what will they do? What will they do? This is almost as exciting as the election. Which way will it go? Are they going to, continue with the theatrical release on December 25th and then release it on HBO Max in January? Or are they going to delay it altogether June of 2021? Now, Warner Brothers representative declined to comment on the speculation from regarding the future of Wonder Woman 1984 in the Variety article, but they did have one clear statement. They said this: Wonder Woman 1984 will be in theaters. It will be in theaters. And that makes sense, because if it's going to come out on December 25th in theatrical, that's going to be in theaters. Or if it's going to come out in June 2021, that's in theaters. So it really doesn't that answer is not really clear. But it does go to show that AT&T is getting involved in this. They need to make money. They need to get this out. They need to do something. And also, they're, like I've been reporting almost every single day, the emphasis on HBO Max is high, very, very high. And so they are definitely looking at it that way. The movie's already made. What do we do with it? How do we get it into the hands of the consumers? This is going to be a big decision. And this decision, I'm telling you, it's going to change the fate of theaters, I think, at the end of this year. Like, this is going to change. Like, if it comes out, they could potentially save some theaters at this point. But if it doesn't, I don't know what's going to happen next year. I honestly don't know. But there are other movies that are supposed to come out in theaters, and one of them is Aquaman 2. Now, it's nothing's being done yet. There is no, it's not in production, but there have been talks about who's going to return. Of course, Jason Momoa. And then we were talking about the petition yesterday to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2. Well, Amber Heard actually has a response today in regards to that. Amber Heard confirms she will be returning for Aquaman 2. Now, this is a tweet from Discussing Film, but the source is an exclusive from Entertainment Weekly. There has been a lot of speculation about Amber Heard's role in Aquaman 2 in recent months. Unconfirmed reports keep appearing online and across social media, insisting the actress isn't likely to return as the warrior Mera in Warner Bros. Sequel to James Wan's 2018 superhero hit, and some have suggested that she had been replaced. But Amber Heard says such claims are all wet. She says, quote unquote, I'm super excited about the amount of fan love and the amount of fans appreciation that Aquaman has acquired, and that it has garnered so much excitement for Aquaman and Mera that it means will be coming back. Heard tells Entertainment Weekly. I'm so excited to film that. Heard added that the production hopes to get underway sometime in 2021. That said, Aquaman 2 is not yet officially greenlit by the studio. Its cast is not confirmed and does not have an announcement start date. And with the pandemic, production dates are more uncertain than ever. But because of the whole Johnny Depp situation with her, and that he's been, pretty much taken off Fantastic Beasts, she even had this to say about the petition itself. She said this: paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions because they have no basis in reality. She added, only the fans actually made Aquaman and Aquaman 2 happen. I'm excited to get started next year. Well, there you have it. That is her official word. That's her official quote and her response to the petition trying to get her moved from Aquaman 2. So we'll see. Like they said, they still haven't really actually officially greenlit Aquaman 2 yet. We don't even know what that's about. There's even rumors that she's supposed to be she's supposed to have a big part in it. So we'll see what happens as this story continues. But for today, Amber Heard confirms she will definitely be returning for Aquaman 2. All right, next superhero that is coming to the big screen, apparently, according to Daniel RPK. Batwoman film and development at Warner Brothers. Again, I want to shout out to DC Verso for putting this out, and I did check that is true. According to the Daniel RPK, a film by Batwoman is in development at Warner Brothers. Wow, we're gonna have a Batwoman film and a Batwoman series at this rate. That's nuts. That's crazy. And I'm wondering if this actually is in place of the Batgirl that Christina Hodson was writing for. You remember the Batgirl movie that Joss Whedon was almost attached to? That wasn't happening, right? So is that still happening? I don't know. But now it's Batwoman is going to be in development at Warner Brothers. Whoa, that is interesting. And I'm really intrigued by that. I want to see what that's like. And I'm wondering if it's even like that whole Mark Hughes was kind of talking about, a few years ago, that what he's heard was that they really want to get Supergirl and Batgirl, on the big screen, right? But now that we've had actual world's finest on CW with Supergirl and Batwoman, essentially they became Superman and Batman. Is that the direction they're going to go for now? Instead of having a Batman movie, well, they do have the Batman from Matt Reeves. They're going to do a Batwoman, and they're going to have Supergirl, and together they'll have like a female world's finest. That could happen. If they did it on CW, they might actually do it on Warner Brothers, in which Mark Hughes from Forbes was kind of insinuating that's where they were trying to go. But that was a few years back. But to hear it now that it's currently in development at Warner Brothers, that's quite something. That is interesting. So let me know your thoughts about that. Batwoman in development at Warner Brothers. I'm actually kind of glad they're starting to develop more and not just stopping because of the COVID. They can still go into production. You guys can still film. You guys can still do that. So if they're definitely investing in more DC, how can you not be happy about that, right? All right. Now talking about Batwoman, or actually that type of Batman-centric stories, I want to go back to Zack Snyder's interview. Or actually, he just joined League of Mayhem, and they had a good time. They talked about a lot of cool stuff. And one of the things that he talked about is that he wants to adapt The Dark Knight Returns one day. And this was actually captured in an article format by comicbookmovie.com. It said this: Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was clearly inspired by Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, with everything from the Cape Crusader's armor to certain visuals lifted directly from the classic comic book. Zack Snyder's obviously a fan of Miller's work. He also adapted 300 and recently admitted that he's obsessed with the writer and artist's take on Batman. Talking to the Nerd Queens, the filmmaker revealed that he's desperate to bring The Dark Knight Returns to the big screen as a standalone movie. This is what he said. I saw a tweet recently like Snyder needs to stop reading Dark Knight Returns. He needs to read another Batman comic. I almost tweeted back. I'm sure Jay Oliva replied like there aren't any others. I'm so obsessed with that comic, Snyder admitted. I've always thought that maybe one day down the road as a one-off, just as a crusty old Batman, we just do it. It's a dream I have. And it's a dream I'd probably have as well. I mean, come on. The visuals that Zack Snyder can pull off in adapting a comic book, especially when it's already done, the comic book's already done. It's not like Batman v Superman. A lot of people say, well, isn't that Batman v Superman? Well, yes, he pulled some inspirations from Batman v Superman and other comics as well, and it's an amalgamation of different art of work. But essentially that's still his own. Dark Knight Returns. Imagine that. Imagine like 300. Imagine Watchmen, right? How incredible that was. He was like making those pages come to life on the big screen. I could totally see that. That he could make it his own Dark Knight Returns, visually, amazingly visually accurate as well. And seeing that on the big screen from the beginning to end, that is a fantastic comic book run. A fantastic. I don't really care for the sequel, but The Dark Knight Returns was really good. All the way up to the Batman-Superman fight. It was awesome. It was amazing. And if you want to see what that kind of looks like in a movie format, take a look at The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2 by Jay Oliva, that DC animated. It is phenomenal. And just imagine that in live action form. That would be great. Who's he going to cast as it? I would imagine, because this is kind of like an Elseworld story, it will be some kind of one-off, right? That he won't be like Ben Affleck's Batman. It probably won't be Henry Cavill's Superman. He can essentially get his, new people to cast as those characters, and then create that one-off by itself. There is only a beginning and end to that story. There is no cinematic universe. It's easier to kind of grasp into him. You need to chew. So I think that will be fantastic, and I hope that happens one day. I would totally love a Dark Knight Returns adaptation from Zack Snyder. Heck, if you got some energy in you, do the Kingdom Come one as well, please. But that would be amazing. Dark Knight Returns from Zack Snyder, ripping out the pages like Watchmen at 300. That's something you can definitely get excited about. So I hope that actually happens one day. But we're talking about Zack Snyder, and there is something coming up on November 17th. At least that's been hinted at, any case. But it is a day to kind of unite, right? We have that hashtag #UsUnite. Zack said he's all about that, and on the League of Mayhem show, and he wants to kind of prop that up, if you will. So he said he was going to drop something like before that day or something like that. And also, it's a great time for us to celebrate everyone. I mean everyone shouting out, release the Snyder Cut that day. It got a lot of attention, media attention, and most importantly, it got Warner Media's attention. And finally, it culminated to where we're at now. We're going to get Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2021. So I think it's really awesome, and I can't wait for November 17th. I don't know what's going to happen, but looks like Fabian Wagner, DP, Director of Photography Fabian Wagner, seems to hint that Zack Snyder will drop something on November 17th for hashtag #UsUnited. He posted on Instagram, super excited to see what bomb Zack is going to drop on November 17th. Sorry. Zack's holding an actual bomb. Thanks to all the fans for making it happen. Hashtag #UsUnited. Hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Hashtag American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. This is amazing. Look at that. That's a giant bomb right there. I don't know what's going to happen. Thanks to Jose Flores right there. I did like your comment. Yeah, I did check it out. And I'm really excited. This is going to be a fun week. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to be happening, but it sounds Zack doesn't disappoint. Like if Fabian Wagner knows that Zack's going to drop something, man, I wonder what that is. I can't even begin to actually know what that is, but that's gonna be something, and I think it'll be a fun day nonetheless, whether we get something or not. Hashtag us united just shows a kind of like a celebration, if you will, of us coming together. Drop all your differences and remember that every single one of us, including Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, everyone, lots of Damon Lindelof, even, come on, release the Snyder Cut. So I think it will be a great day, and I think hopefully everyone comes for that. But just so you remember, there is still that Dark Side shirt that is available on Ink to the People. There's still some time to go get it. Go get that shirt. Support the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. The goal is 70,000. We're currently at $11,836. 852 units sold. Please go check it out. Please grab a shirt. And for a good cause also. Come on, it's Dark Side, and it has his line in there. All of existence shall be mine. I've already got mine, so it's on its way, and I can't wait to wear it on this show. So that is it for all the news for today. I want to get to now the Ping Pong Flix members' comments and questions. So here we go. The first comment of the day is from I Hack Fruit. Hey, do you think that Justice League 2 or 3 could retcon the Aquaman film into the Snyderverse continuity, or make the Snyderverse re-enter the cinematic continuity, replacing Justice League, obviously, because the Aquaman film completely redid everything about the characters, hair and eye colors, costumes, Atlantean armors, props, etc., etc. Maybe Flash could time travel in the last shot of Zack Snyder's Justice League arc, similar to the ending of the latest animated JL film, and cause the Snyderverse to be rewritten. And that's when the Aquaman film will be set after that. And also Superman's suit and Shazam will have those bits of red. Ben Affleck's Batman could still be alive, so he could appear in the Flash film. I just really want Zack's vision to be realized, but I also really want it to be part of the main DCEU continuity again. So I think this would be best of both worlds, literally. Actually, if Zack wanted to JL2 or 3 could end normally, then in an end credits scene, it could show the red skies from CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths, essentially implying that the Snyderverse would be destroyed and it'd be resurrected as cinematic verse beginning with Aquaman. Either idea could work, I guess. iHackford, that sounds awesome, and that's not going to happen. So Zack doesn't quite care what happens in the cinematic. I know that for a lot of people, their continuity is what happens at Warner Brothers Cinematic, the theatrical. But I guarantee he doesn't. Zack doesn't. His vision is being realized on HBO Max. That's where he's concentrating on. It won't retcon anything. Justice League still happened. Unfortunately, it happened. But like Zack said, they could still use that as a jumping off point, and they kind of did. So that, unfortunately, that's still there. But if you don't care for the DCEU continuity that's happening in theatrical, Jim Lee has given us a choice to follow, if we wanted to, the Snyderverse, and hopefully it gets popular enough so there's more, the Snyderverse on HBO Max. If this is your universe continuity you want to follow, you can go ahead and follow it, and you can disregard anything else. Same for people who don't even like any of this stuff, and they only want Matt Reeves the Batman. That's your choice. You can go ahead and watch Matt Reeves the Batman. But don't look at it as them trying to change things or anything like that. I highly doubt that, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think Warner Brothers is still kind of going to do their own thing, and Zack's going to do his own thing. That's why he doesn't mind what Warner Brothers is going to do. But thank you so much for the comment regardless. Kalix, our newest member, says, love your vids, dude. Keep us fans updated. Thanks, will do. And yeah, I have automated replies as well. It kind of helps. But thanks, will do. Heart that. Lee Fusion Robinson, haha, LMFAO exclusivo. Chris asked Zack Snyder, how about a pineapple on a hot dog for faking Thanksgiving? Response to those are lines he can't cross. Epic. It is epic. It was such a fun little thing there. I'm glad he laughed at that. Hardboiled Entertainment. Eric Blake, one of the biggest questions brought up by Aquaman film is, what happened to the Lost Kingdoms? I'd love to see the mystery of that being a theme for an Aquaman film or HBO Max series to come. And you know what? That could be true. We could definitely get some of those Lost Kingdoms in the spin-offs, Aquaman spin-offs, so be prepared for that. That could be some of the live action stuff or even the animated stuff you'll see on HBO Max. Concerning how the clapper, Zach gave Victor Koo lists, Batflick, Martian Manhunter, Supes, and Lois. What's left to shoot for Vic to see? Batflick stuff has been shot, assuming there isn't more. Dave Pena is sure Harry Lennox Manhunter stuff has been shot. So we got Henry Cavill and Amy Adams left, plus Lawrence Fishburne, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna like it, but you know, honestly, I think Victor Koo is already done. Yeah, he's already done. All of existence shall be mine. Sounds like the perfect last taunt Darkseid gives the League just before the boom tube portal closes up. You will see me again, Kryptonian, and when you do, all of existence shall be mine. I like that. That's a great, that could be definitely where he puts it. Like that last line that, you know, brings shivers to all the heroes' core. And it's like, oh, we're gonna be messed up if he comes back. So I like that, Eric Blake. That's a good one. So Zach spells out that Darkseid doesn't flat out come to Earth until JO2, and therefore he doesn't kill Lois and Diana until JO2. Thanks for clearing everyone up, Zach. Well, we'll see what happens, huh? Eric Blake, again, I feel like the tragic Bruce Selena breakup is in the aftermath of the loss of Dick Grayson. Batflick's inability to cope with what happened leads to his feeling that he can no longer have anyone with him beyond Alfred. Now, can they rekindle? Perhaps Bruce offers to near the end of Batflick's film series, but Selena feels like she doesn't want to. After all that's happened between them, she still cares about him, but it's not worth to try it again. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of fan story there. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, it sounds like you got a good kind of story that could actually, you know, could work. Geek Haven, hey Chris, if you could choose between a sequel to Man of Steel being part of the Snyderverse or being a direct follow-up to the first film, ignoring the films from BVS and Justice League and ZSJL, which would you choose? Since it's Henry Cavill as Superman, I would like it to actually follow up after Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think that would be the perfect way to kind of have it loop together. I don't know if Warner Brothers. I have a suspicion that Warner Brothers is not going to do that. They're not going to wait for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they could. I mean, it is Henry Cavill Superman after all. And though I still think Dwayne Johnson and the Garcias have more plans for Henry Cavill aside from what Snyder has planned. So, if for my opinion, I think it would be cool to see the follow up to from the whole after, because essentially I think Man of Steel BVS is Justice League, you know, the Zack Snyder's Justice League arc, that is the Superman arc, and so it only makes sense to me that it would be after that, but we'll see what happens. All right, last comment, I think is the last comment of the day. Bowl of Indomie. Chris, if Ben Affleck's Batman is a reality, don't you think they need some younger blood? I don't know, maybe Batgirl or Tim Drake. I still hope to see Nightwing in Snyderverse, though. Well, Snyderverse. Okay, so if Ben Affleck's Batman, it's definitely like this is essentially, I guess, you know, go back to the beginning. This is the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman is the Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns, everybody's gone. Carrie Kelly is the Robin. this is something that we have to understand, that Zack Snyder's intention and what he sold to Ben Affleck is that his Batman is at the end of his run, and that's why there's that sacrifice at the end. So if that is still happening, then definitely we're probably not going to have, you know, anything after that. Like, the Batman film is going to be probably revisiting maybe his past mistakes or things like that, but essentially trying to, you know, stop Deathstroke or something like that, right? I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's a present day story with maybe flashbacks from the past. That's my hoping and my guess, in any case. But Nightwing's dead. Nightwing's dead before even Man of Steel began. Like, Dick Grayson is the Robin that died in this universe. So that's not going to happen if they continue the story. Will they change it? Sure, they could absolutely change it. We could absolutely see Batgirl and Tim Drake. You know, we could absolutely do that if Ben Affleck wants to continue and there's a, you know, more story of that. But from what my understanding is that it's the original, sort of the original plan here, and Ben Affleck, he's not getting younger. He's still that aged Batman, the end of his run Batman. He's lost everything. He's lost his wife, now that we've learned that he may have supposed to have been with Selena Kyle, divorced and everything. He lost his adopted son. And even Zack Snyder even said himself that Carrie Kelly would be the next Robin. So essentially, it's a Dark Knight Returns. So and that's just how Ben Affleck's Batman's run will be. Now, if you wanted to see like a Batgirl, Tim Drake, or a Nightwing universe, there's a possibility that Matt Reeves' the Batman could continue that, you know, because it is a younger Batman. So there's more story to tell with that version of that character, and not in Zack Snyder's version of the character. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe things change. All right. Well, that is it for the day. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to you so much for tuning in. I will, for all the members out there, there's going to be a community post question I'm going to put out. And I'm not going to tell everybody, but only to you members. I need to collect some questions for you for something important later on. So be on the lookout for that, members. And and please help me out on that matter. All right. If you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content and movies, shows, and video games, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, get a t-shirt and down in Teespring down below, and I'll see you next time.